Hi, my name's Nate, and I'm co-owner of Tatum Financial Team. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that 99% of us are probably going to have to deal with, and some of us are already dealing with it now. What it is, it's required minimum distributions, or RMDs for short. What are RMDs? Well, simply put, they are mandatory withdrawals that we have to take out of certain retirement accounts at a certain age. What retirement accounts are we talking about here? Think about traditional IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, SEPs, and simple IRAs. This does not include Roth IRAs. Why? Well, if you think about it, Roth IRAs, when you made the contribution to that account, you pay the taxes up front. And so down the road, when it's time to make that withdrawal, you don't owe any taxes on the withdrawal because you paid it up front. So the IRS here isn't necessarily worried about forcing you to take withdrawals because there's no tax revenue to be generated from these. So going back to the RMDs, how the IRS calculates it, it's starting at age 73, which that age is actually increasing over the next few years. Starting at age 73, they're going to take your account balances from all those different retirement accounts, the traditional IRAs, 401ks, so on and so forth, and divide it by a number that they assigned for your age. And that references the life expectancy table. When we do this calculation, we get the RMD amount that you should take for that year. Again, your first distribution is age 73. And so the year that you turn 73, you need to take a distribution. But your first year, you actually have up until April 1st to make that distribution. But that actually could potentially cause a really big issue because you still have to take your age 74 distribution for this year. So if you take your age 73 and your age 74 distribution in the same year, that's double the amount of distributions that are taxed to you. And it could cause a number of tax headaches. Now, when we take those distributions, a lot of people have the misunderstanding that we just need to spend that money. And that's not necessarily the case. And we don't want to get hung up here. We do have options. One of them is to reinvest the money. It just can't go back into the IRA or 401k. We can also give it away. You can save it, or you can obviously use it to support your lifestyle. The decision is completely yours. But here's why RMDs matter so much. That distribution, because it's taxable, increases your taxable income, which can impact Medicare premiums. It can impact Social Security taxation, and then it limits flexibility later in life if we didn't reinvest those funds. That's why creating a strategy around required minimum distributions can be an important cornerstone of financial planning and shouldn't be overlooked. But now that we know how RMDs work, we can create those strategies and work around them to actually utilize them to your own advantage. Thanks for joining us.